What is your best making a telemarketer go off script story? This required no effort, but here it is. I'm Canadian and as such I watch hockey, especially Olympic hockey, and even more especially I watch the gold medal game. Last Olympics some poor guy called me and asked me what the score was. I realized quickly he was a telemarketer that had to be pretending to do his job. I explained this to my friends, one of which then took the phone and gave this guy a play-by-play until the end of the second period. It was pretty awesome. That's awesome. Research Polar. How knowledgeable would you say you are about the upcoming healthcare reform bill? Me. Extremely knowledgeable. Polar. Okay. Wait. Seriously? Not sure if it applies, but one day I had to call the power company's customer service, and the young lady who dealt with me was nice and helpful and loved my jokes and made awesome jokes herself. In the end of the call I told her we've gotten along so well. Can I give you my number so you call me when you finish your shift, if you want? She said that was impossible and unprofessional. I told her, can you see my number on your computer screen right now? She replied in the affirmative. I retorted, fine then. I understand your calls get recorded, so you need to say no, but if you'd like, jot down my number and contact me later. I promise you I'm not some supervisor testing you, I would just like to talk to you more. I didn't think she'd contact me. 3 hours later, I got a text from an unknown number. I'm so unprofessional, but I haven't stopped laughing yet. And I used to work in a call center. Man, answering my survey questions, yeah, I'd probably would go wash your hands right now. Me, sir, I will if you insist. But, man, burst into laughter. Sorry, I was talking to my kid. But yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with good hygiene, right? Me, absolutely. Do you need me to let you go? Sounds like you might have a situation over there. Man, no, please. Let me talk to an adult for a few more minutes. Me, I know how you feel, sir. Survey continues. Not mine, but my grandfather's. This was from back in the days when telemarketers ran wild. Every time a telemarketer called, he would assume they were calling about the ad he'd put in the paper for a dog. Note, he sounded fairly hick. Telemarketer, hello, this is Gramps, you callin' about the dog? T, no, actually, I was. G, he's black on brindle, meanest dang dog you can find. T, that's nice, but, G, $50, cash. T, I'm not calling about the dog. G, what was that? I'm getting old, can't hear so good. So he's a Helluva guard dog. Dang near tore some bastard's leg off when he tried to come at me in my own yard. My own yard. That's why I have to get rid of him. You know, police say I have to put him down. We'll see about that. T, that's awful. Now if you just. G, you ain't got kids, right? He's not so good with kids. That's the line that finally got them to hang up. Every time. I was in my roommate's room, watching a hockey game when the phone rings. It's a telemarketer trying to sell timeshares somewhere tropical. My roommate listens for a bit and then just starts crying. The girl on the phone asks if he's okay. He says no and hangs up. The girl called back to make sure he was fine and not suicidal. Well, that's nice of her. When I was about 18 I was home from school with the flu. The phone rang at about 8 AM and woke me up, and I sleepily picked it up and said hello. The voice on the other end said something. Hello, are Mr. or Mrs. there? This is Sally from Best Telephone Company, and I wanted to know if you're happy with your current carrier. I told her I was sick with flu and asleep, and she said softly, okay sweetheart, I'm sorry to bother you. Go back to sleep and I hope you feel better. It wasn't funny or clever, but it was nice of her to not be pushy or anything. That's very nice. Here's a weird one. Garden center rep. It's nearly springtime. Is Mrs. Spinazas Roberts at home? Me. That's my mother. She just died 2 days ago. True story. BTW. Garden center rep. Slight pause. Will anyone else be gardening this year? Me. Do you realize what you just said? Garden center rep. Click. My dad is a lonely man. When a telemarketer would call he'd be genuinely interested in where they were calling from, what the weather was like and various other small talk. This makes me sad. My uncle's story was pretty amusing. Someone called wanting to see if he'd like a subscription to a newspaper. He replied with, well, I don't see how much use it would be to me. I'm blind. He really is. T. Oh well, is there anyone in the house that may be interested? Uncle. Well, I'll live on this commune for the blind, you see. No one here can read. Bulls. T. Well, is there someone there who may be willing to read you? Not willing to just let this go. Uncle. Well, there's a nurse here, but I don't think it'd do him any good. He's mute. My dad actually helped one once. TM. Hello, is this Mr.? My family's hard to pronounce last name. He reads it slowly with difficulty. Sorry about that. I have a hard time reading. Dad, yes. Hey, you know they have surgery for eyes that can make them like new? I got it once and I see great now. TM. Really? How do they do it? Dad, they use lasers or something. Dad was old and did not know what lasers were, but it was what he was told when he got surgery. TM. Wow, I gotta look into that. Also, older guy who had never heard of this surgery. The guy then says bye, completely forgetting that he's supposed to sell my dad something. A month or so later, my dad got a call from him saying that he got the surgery and he could see great, and thanked him. Later. TM. God damn it, that man is a better salesman than me. Not a telemarketer, but when I was graduating high school, an army recruiter called me. Hello. Recruiter. Hi, this is SGT Derp. Have you thought about your future? Me. I'm legally blind. Recruiter. Well, good luck with that. Click. I love getting telemarketers to have a regular conversation. I'll do whatever I can to be as chipper as possible. I'll ask how their day is, what they like to do in their free time, etc. People hate telemarketers and these people have to deal with buttholes all day long. Sometimes it's fun to just confuse them and brighten the heck out of their day. I'll plaster a huge smile on my face and talk to them as long as I can if I have time. Oftentimes, this will get your bills lowered. A few years ago, my band was trying out a new drummer when I got a call from a telemarketer. I had her listen as we played through a thrash punk cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit, complete with screaming vocals and half-learned instrumental parts. After the song, I hung up and some 5 minutes later got another call from a telemarketer asking to play her a song. I really like this. I hope you played another song. T. So would you like to save money today? Me. Nah, not really. T. You don't like saving money? Me. A. Nah, saving money is overrated. T. Crickets chirp up. So you don't want more money in your pocket? Me. Nah, who needs that? T. Okay, you're just screwing with me now, right? Me. I guess so. T. Alright, thanks for your time. Mo money, mo problems. I worked briefly selling newspaper subscriptions. The manager was a legend and sometimes he'd show off his tricks. He better saw that he could get a sale at the next random number. A child answers the phone. We thought it was over because kids are often used to screen calls. Kid, hello. Manager, hi kid, this is Batman. Can I speak with your father? Father, Batman. Manager, hello, this is Matthew Man with the Rocky Mountain News. Then the Joker tied up the Denver Post next to one bomb, and the Rocky Mountain News next to another. Batman could only save one. Not me, but my Scottish gran. She kept getting phoned by some company wanting to sell her a conservatory and it was starting to annoy her. So she asked them to send a rep round to see if her place was suitable. The thing that got me is that she lives in a flat 1 floor up. Never got a call again. Not a best one, but one of our sons, when he was a tween, loved to answer the calls and just try to get them to talk. We figured we were doing the rest of you a favor by keeping at least one telemarketer from bothering you. He'd ask if they had a family, kids, pets. What do they like to do? Telemarketer, hello, I'm calling from me. Telemarketer, we're hoping you could. Me. Telemarketer, thanks for your time. Me. Click. I'm not very good at this. Oh, I think you are. Them in English. Hello, may I speak with the head of the household please? Me. In Chinese. What? What are you saying? Them in English. Hello. Me. In Chinese. Hello? Hello? I don't understand what you're saying. Telemarketer hangs up. A minute or so later. Them in Chinese. Hello, may I speak with the head of the household please? Me. In English. What? What are you saying? Them in Chinese. Hello. Me. In English. Hello? Hello? I don't understand what you're saying. Telemarketer hangs up. I don't know if this really counts as making the telemarketer go off the script, but it sure as heck was hilarious. I had Spanish and Japanese at the ready, just in case they called back with a bilingual caller. I read every post, not the funniest, but yours does not belong at the bottom. Not me, my friend. He is Asian, and has a very Asian name, but grew up with his parents in New York City. Every time someone calls asking to speak with Mr. Wong, he pulls out his best New York accent and starts yelling things like, "Listen to my voice. Do I sound like a Mr. Wong to you? My name is Danny Johnson, and you have the wrong number. Do I sound Asian to you? I don't want to get another call from you again, greatness." Scammer. Hello sir, I'm calling because we've detected that a computer you used to access the internet is infected with a virus. We need you to go to our website so we can clean it. Me. Really? What is the MAC address of the computer you detected the virus on? Scammer. The what? Me. The MAC address. The number which uniquely identifies my computer on the network. If you've detected a computer with a virus, you must have the MAC address of that computer. Scammer. Sir, we need you to go to the following website. One of your computers may have a virus. Me. Right. Just give me the MAC address and I'll check it against my records so I know which computer you're talking about. Scammer. If you have the Windows operating system, you're vulnerable. Me. So it's a Windows computer? I'm running Linux. Are you sure you have the right computer? Scammer. Thank you for your time, sir. Full disclosure, I'm not really running Linux. My mother got one of these calls when I was little. I'm not sure what the heck she was thinking, but she ended up talking to the telemarketer for 40 minutes, finally convincing the woman to quit her job and follow her dream of being a professional dancer. That sounds lovely. Your mother is a lovely woman. Not telemarketer per se, but I used to do medical surveys, calling people to ask about their recent hospital stay, doctor's visits, medical providers, etc. I called a man who said he was homeless, but had a phone because he had medical issues, and I was calling regarding his visit. I only got a couple questions in, and he was saying how he would never be able to afford it and it was too expensive. He then proceeded to say he wouldn't be fun to talk to and asked if I would rather do the survey with his bartender. I told him I couldn't because the survey required it to be only him. So I'm trying to get through this survey, even though it's obvious this guy is at the bar and is pretty drunk. He then asks me to email him my picture, and he wished that I could come over so that he could make me a nice big steak dinner. Calls like that definitely broke up the monotony of my shifts. A friend asked if she could sign up our Great Dane for an animal blood donation program. The phone rang one night and caller had told me that it was those folks. I answered the phone in my best Dracula voice. "So you want my doggy's blood, do you?" The woman couldn't get it together for 30 seconds. She was laughing so hard. My grandpa would always handle these calls the same way. Them. "Hi, how would you like to lower your long distance rates?" Him. "Please tell me more." He would then proceed to set the phone down and turn up the TV until they hung up. Never really decided if this was funny or just a dong move. Me. "Hello? Telemarketer. Hi, this is from. Can I speak to the owner?" Me. "Sorry, I don't know who that is. I don't actually live here. I just walked in to answer the phone." Telemarketer. Awkward silence. Me. Hangs up. Brother, awesome castle. What's the hassle? Telemarketer. Click. So simple, yet so great. Not a telemarketer, but a man who loved to drink had a friend whose phone number must have been strangely similar at my parents'. Every Friday we would get calls from him, drunk, calling for Mike. My mother would typically answer the phone and politely remind the gentleman that he had the wrong number. One day, quite intoxicated, he refused to accept this. Him. "Mike, Mom, no, you have the wrong number." Him. "Just put Mike on the phone." "Mom, you have the wrong number." Him. "Dang it, just put Mike on." For whatever reason my mother wouldn't hang up. As this was a recurring problem, I simply tapped the receiver for her. I took the phone, waited a few seconds, and sure enough he called back seconds later. Me. Hello? Him. Mike. Me. Yeah, buddy. What's going on? Him. They took my keys, man. They took them again. Me. That sucks. Do you need a ride? Him. Yeah, I'm at bar. Me. Okay. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Him. Okay. I hung up. My mother told me she didn't want me picking up this drunk. I told her I had no intention to. She said, but you said you would. I said, no. Mike said he would. Mom asked what would happen if he called back. I explained I did not believe this man would call Mike again for quite some time. And he never did. TLDR. I may have splintered a genuine friendship because a drunk kept calling us at all hours of the night. Newspaper rep. We are offering a great deal on subscriptions today. Me. I can't read. Newspaper rep. Long pause. Maybe this could help you learn. Me. I am also blind and don't appreciate you telling me how to live my life. Newspaper rep. You seem to have a strong grasp on your vocabulary for someone who doesn't read. Are you sure you can't? Me. I said I couldn't read, not that I was retarded or didn't listen and ask questions. Newspaper rep. I didn't mean to insult you. I will leave you be. Sorry, sir. The rep apparently hasn't heard of audiobooks, unless they are just trying to catch you faking it. Good call though. From time to time, I like to mess with telesales folk. One of my faves went like this. Telesales guy. Hi Mr. Naughty. Which of the following would you prefer? Free double glazing. Free garage door. Free conservatory? Me. Garage door sounds good. TSG. That's great. Insert long rambling speech about how this fantastic deal meant you get all your money back in 1000 years if the rest of humanity gets the same doors on your recommendation. Me. Sounds cool. TSG. What size is your garage? Me. I don't have a garage. TSG. TSG. You said you wanted a garage door. Me. If it's free, I'll take it. TSG. Why would you want a garage door when you don't have a garage? Me. In the winter it would make a great sled for sliding on the snow with my son. TSG. You're freaking time waster. Hang up. Win. I also like to make up ridiculous stories about how I hurt myself and what injuries I received for accident claims calls. Head came off, eyes fell out, then the hospital put them back the wrong way round etc. Since these calls usually come from India and the people have little grasp of English outside the script, it makes for some very amusing times. I'm remembering this one. Them. Hello. My name is Johnny Coxsmear and I'm calling from Ecos Research. We're conducting a poll for the upcoming federal election. Are you available to answer a few questions? Me. Sure. Them. Great. If an election were held tomorrow, which of the following political parties would you be most likely to sup? Me. You always get an election when you least want it. Like when the teacher calls on you for an answer, or when you're out to dinner with your girlfriend's mother. Them. And which party would you be Mo? Me. I'm getting a huge election right now. What are you wearing? Tell me more about your poll. Them. Thank you for your time, sir. Tell me more about your caucus. I have a great one. And we weren't even fricking with the telemarketers. So I went to a tech school, and at some point someone installed a phone into one of the elevator's PA systems years prior. I think the idea was either to play music or prank people, or both. So a telemarketer had been auto-dialing the campus. So they managed to get the number for the elevator. Hello, this is Derp with telemarketing marketing. Can we interest you in our product? Us. Moment of confusion, this is an elevator. Okay, hangs up. TLDR. I was a telemarketer that had a lead convince me to quit my job. I know I'm late to the party, but thought I'd share my story. I was a telemarketer about 5 years ago and it was pretty lousy. If there's one thing I learned, it's please be nice to telemarketers. They hate their jobs just as much as you do. I worked for a few weeks for a timeshare outfit and had the joy of being the evening shift. That means I'm the guy who calls you during dinner. One night I interrupted a guy Jim that I'll never forget. Me. Hi Jim, I'm calling from Herpa Derp Vacations to blah blah. Jim, listen, you're calling me during dinner, and Me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is there a better time for me to call you too? Gym number. Let's talk now, since you made me get up. Awkward pause. Me. Sure. So, I'm calling from Updoot Vacations too. Gym, stop reading to me. Where are you, anyway? Me. I'm at the Updoot. Gym, stop. Where are you physically? What are you doing right now? Me. Sigh. I'm in a call center in Vista, California. Gym, what are you doing this for? Me. Honestly, I'm off for summer vacation from college and need the money. Gym, telemarketing? Really? Is that what you're studying? Me. Well, no, I'm studying finance. But, Gym, so this isn't going on your resume, is it? Long story short, this conversation continues this way for a while. The entire room is looking over their call cubicle walls because they can hear me chatting it up with this guy. The manager starts looking at me from across the row of callers with a WTF look because I'm not closing the deal. Me. Well, I should probably let you get back to your dinner, Gym. Gym, yeah, well, you know what you need to do now, right? Me. Yeah, you've given me a lot to think about. Gym, no, you need to act on this. Don't wait for things to pan out. You know what needs to be done now. Go do it. Me. You know what? You're right, Gym. I'm going to do it. Gym, good. Have a good night. Me. You too. Click. I got up and quit that very second. Everyone's looking at me like, are you serious? But I walked over to the manager, took him into his office, and let him know that I'm leaving and not coming back. Never call Tyler Durden during dinner. Me. Hello? TM. Is Mr. Dragger there? Me. This is he. TM. I'd like to let you know that you've won a free cruise. At this point I call my girlfriend over and put the speakerphone on. Me. Sorry. Hold on a sec. My girlfriend needs to hear. Cue her making sucking sounds. Me. Can you hear us? TM. Yes. Now, about the cruise. Me. Oh god, yes. Tell us about the cruise. Girlfriend starts moaning. TM. Well, it's a 3-day cruise to the Caribbean. GF. Oh god. Really, keep talking. I'm close. TM. Ahem, well, you don't have to pay anything. Me. That's it. She's loving this. TM. Are you doing what I think you are? GF. Yes. Yes. Finish your sale so I can come already. TM. Click, if it helps. The telemarketer was female. Girlfriend and I are laughing our asses off. Mine's simple. Telemarketer. Hey, is Mrs. X home? Me. No, she died 2 years ago. I know it's not their fault since their numbers probably don't update that often, and I do feel bad for the caller, but I hate when my dead mom still gets mail and phone calls. Them. Sir, we are calling to inform you that you've won a free trip to Florida. Me. Sweet. I'm going to celebrate by masturbating furiously. Them. Click. I used to pick up the phone and insist they had reached Lathapu Central for all your soapy needs as a child. They usually just hung up though. I had a buddy whose family was from El Salvador back in high school. He had a unique way of dealing with these sorts of calls. Him. Hello. Caller. Hello sir. I'm calling on behalf of him. Enrique. Caller. I'm sorry. Him. Enrique. Caller. No sir. This is not Enrique. I'm calling to tell you about a wonderful him. Enrique. Caller. No. This is not Enrique. Him. Enrique. Caller. No Enrique. Him. Enrique. Caller. No Enrique. Him. Enrique. Caller. No, Enrique. Him. No Enrique. Caller. No sir. This is not Enrique. Pause. Him. Esteban. Click. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.